STEM is a program that will start, I think it starts in kindergarten. It works its way up. If a child get in a program like this, can you imagine STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics? When a child has that type of foundation, they can compete. America is so far behind when it comes down to education, especially competing with other third world nations. We can do better than that. But now, let me share another program with you. The Council on Foreign Relations, CFR sponsors independent task force on U.S. educational reform and national security. Implementing meaningful educational expectations in subjects vital to protecting national security. Science, technology, foreign language, and culture should be included in the Common Core. Lessons in civics and creative thinking, problem solving should be woven into all parts of the curriculum. State policymakers should work with educators and a broad coalition of partners to ensure that new exams aligned with the Common Core are more meaningful assessments of students' learning. Exams should be more technologically advanced and should stimulate real-world application of skills and knowledge. And it goes on with a whole lot of other good stuff here. U.S. educational reform and national security. The United States' failure to educate its students leaves them unprepared to compete and threatens the country's ability to thrive in the global economy and maintain its leadership role. Plans the new Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, sponsored independent task force report on U.S. educational reform and national security. Education failure puts the United States' future economic prosperity, global position, and physical safety at risk, warns the task force, chaired by Julian L, former head of New York City Public Schools, and Condoleezza Rice, former U.S. Secretary of State. The country will not be able to keep pace, much less lead globally, unless it moves to fix problems it has allowed to fester for too long. All of the task force. Did y'all hear that real good? All of the knowledge is here to know what's going on and what's happening in our country. But we lack it one thing. We got to go back. Can you imagine all of this happening in a day and time like this without prayer in the school? If we had prayer in the school, I could see this just really flowing. But we need to go back to the basics. Prayer back in school. And all of this good educational reform, it could come to fruition. But without God, we would surely fail. We cannot be a global competitor in education. If we want to compete on that level, we're going to have to go back and reaffirm the truth that we know. That, Brother Snow, that got you to where you are. Education is one of the most important things that it is in the world. Economic development, creating more jobs, putting in more infrastructure. We can build more highways, bridges, their need. Creating a base that will keep more manufacturers and diverse other business from moving to other countries, which will create more jobs here in America. We are handicapping our people with all the social programs. Immigration. There are already laws in place to govern the immigration. The laws just need to be enforced. When these laws are enforced, it will not stop all illegal activity concerning immigration, but it will substantially slow the activity down.
That's right.
Trillions of dollars being paid out in cash in our economy. You can't get in Walmart, some of the Aces, not just here in Dallas County, but all over America. Folks sending their money back. Africa. All around the world. That creates a deficit for us. So when we start slowing, it's not going to happen overnight. But the fact that we enforce the immigration law and slow it down, we'll start seeing a change in our economy. I said I wasn't going to say that on this, but I'm going to say something about it because there's a lot being said about it. And that's gay rights. Firm but firm. According to biblical principles, homosexuality is wrong.
That's right.
Along with the diversity of other things. We must understand that love is our highest order of life and living. Every family in America has been victimized by some form of homosexuality. You might not know, but you got some in your family. In respect to every human being, we must do everything we possibly can to affect the life and living in a positive way.
Right. Straight
or gay, we all are created in the image of God. There's no question. There are questions in many minds that homosexuality is wrong. Let us really look in depth at this particular matter. Let's get down to the particulars. Since God made them male and female, we have seen these tendencies in children. Some, with all the technology we have here in America, I'm sure that through research and development, we can find solutions and answers to many of the questions that our society have concerning homosexuality. We are talking about people that we grew up with. We're talking about friends, relatives, and neighbors. We can't just kick them to the curb because they want to marry in their gender. I believe that love is the highest order, and it should be exemplified. Let them simply know it's wrong. And I'm going to show you what the Bible said is wrong